Hey, welcome. So this is my Washington Square Park level. Just gonna turn it around a bit in this view so that you can see it, because you don't get to from the ground. And then we will just dive right in. So the sort of intention with this level was, obviously to recreate Washington Square Park, but also to recreate the way that the space allows you to get lost, uh, and then always kind of directs back towards the center. And then also these sounds that you're hearing that came in as I fell down are recorded or were recorded actually in Washington Square Park, so they are of the real location. So you can kind of be immersed in that kind of like experience of being in a place at a different time. This is the little stage, so you could do some Shakespeare in the Park up here. Uh, you may have noticed there were a couple skulls visible. I've hidden them kind of throughout this like overworld part of the level, to sort of hint as to the weird secret things that are going on behind the scenes once you know how to see them. If you go out towards the edges here, you notice that the sound slopes off and becomes silent. And then as you walk back in, it starts to come back in again. So let's just walk along this outside path. You can kind of pick whatever paths you want, but whatever you do, you're kind of going to be moving back towards the middle and in a pattern. I added some buildings along the outside there to kind of mimic the way that the buildings along the park kind of box it in. I did manage to figure out how to get the terrain to stay and not have all those issues with the collision in the fountain, so that's nice. The plaza here we are, you can hear the sound kind of crescendoing as we get in here. It's kind of a simplified version. There's a lot more benches, trash cans, various stuff, and in the fountain, of course, there's a bit more detail in the design of it, but here we go, straight into the middle. And when you do, this happens. And maybe you can hear already, but the audio has changed. So I really like games that surprise the player or give a different sense of space to what you thought the sense of space was somewhere, or things that feel secret. And then I kind of wanted to have a surprise within the surprise of sort of this really even creepier, this escalating feeling. Hopefully you can hear the audio is pitched way down. And sort of at this like scariest, most confusing, like, what am I supposed to do here moment for the player. Hear that audio. Then kind of just wanted to pace it right into just, instant relief, everything's fine, but like, where am I? And forcing them to turn around by making them face the other way to see the fountain, and then when they turn around, then they get a glimpse of this, and they have to look back at it, and they find this path down through the arch, which is maybe something you previously thought was solid. Oops, I fell down the staircase. I fell down the staircase again. But as you can see, it's like all hollow, the space, and the door was kind of secret. Like it looks like it's just wall and not passable. So now you have kind of this like knowledge of the space that you didn't have before, that is just not visible on the surface. And you look at the fountain, you're like, oh, that's like a whole place. That's not just a fountain. Same for the arch. But let's explore a little bit more of this world that we didn't get to on the other side. So we'll go up this kind of quiet path so you can hear how the sound changes around. This is kind of on the outskirts, so it gets much more quiet. This leads out into a little chess tables area over here. There's a lot of sort of almost symmetry in the park, but not quite symmetry. So these tables like reflect each other on this side, but not across to the other side. So they're just on this one. Whereas the statues of the guys holding swords are both sides. There's a sound again sloping off. Let's go to the other chess table. Just I like how at every intersection really there's so many paths to choose from, and they all sort of seem just equally interesting.
And
There's the other chess
what I was
tables
doing is
moving
my
back
mom gets
towards
her
the middle
dividends every
again.
month. I was putting it back into her
I would
account.
have
Let me
liked
see
to
the
get
amount.
more
And I
playtesting eyes
realized
on
like
this,
next
but
time I
I did
make
get
a
a
spend,
few,
I
and then they
spend
did
it
all
in one.
find the secret. I think the fountain is pretty visually interesting, so that helps draw people want to go into it. Oh, there's another skull you can see there behind the statue there. So let's give it one more fall. Why not? Let's go back into hell one time. There's my nice blocky water. So here we go. Here it is, the light of day. So yeah, thank you for watching. This has been my Washington Square Park official conspiracy theory video. Thank you. Have a good spring break.